They're coming in flooding the map with information. Russ and Turco playing those Sky and Sofa comms can be dangerous. Already on the site here, Acend are going to be grabbing the plants. This is a strategy we've seen plenty over in EMEA, at least. Coming out of back, putting the wall down, and grabbing that post-plant position. Bone Cold trying to be sneaky up in the corner, but it looks like it's going to be a very delayed retake from SuperMassive. Blaze, Bone Cold just jumped on top of the wall! He's a madman!
Yeah, losing that early player could be a little bit more of a problem. They need to almost give space. Oh, what's happened? He's got a little bit lost in the mix, and somehow this has come back into a 3v2 scenario. The time ticking. They're just defusing. It's left on the star zone, but he finds himself all three. What a start from Acend.
Spotting out those Astra stars in towards mid, but they're not really slowing anything down for Acend, quickly gaining control over Hookah. And as they come up through long, they lose a player. Sure, Izzy is low, but that's a trade that they're more than happy to make now. The numbers thinned out on site, but still able to keep the kills going their way. Turco, caught by the flash, is going to be taken down, and now it gets dangerous, Tom. They can actually retrieve these weapons on site and have a much better chance of closing it out with the spike plants pretty much uncontested.
It's weird. It looked like SMB almost got baited in a little bit by those extra rotations and pulled things back at least a little bit more with the fact that they went through the TP and managed to still have two players on site. The res, though, has changed things a little bit. The perfect scenario for CNED is he gets kills, he gets a res, and now they have themselves a man advantage.
Exactly. That post-plant res coming through puts Acend way in the lead. The man advantage, the weapons retrieved. This was a bonus round, one that SuperMassive Blaze wanted to get away with in relatively flawless fashion, and yet they struggled to even save a weapon. Izzy running for the hills towards the A site. This is a guaranteed third for Acend.
Yeah, big round. Again, come in at least a little bit later, but Zeke is already making his move.
Yeah, they're going to make their way onto the side here. Zeke trying to backstab as they go for the plants. Position still being watched.
Spike planted.
Still being stared at. He can't really make a move just yet, but as he swings into Pora, that's the opening kill for them. Spike down, Acend with full control. The only thing that can potentially help SuperMassive Blaze out, we got Izzy rotating in, Operator in hand, and of course the Seekers to reveal a couple of these players.
And Brave the furthest forward. He's going to try and use a little bit of utility to try and hold them back, but the time has been ticking and they really haven't got much control whatsoever. The peek in is almost just debate as they also have Zeke alongside, and I wonder if they're just going to have to back out of this one. The clock too far gone, a solid flash at least to catch off another, but Zeke is just going ham. Izzy has to try and run away to save the Operator, and he should at least get one. No! Zeke actually hits that.
With Blade Storms being spotted, I'm surprised that they're still moving in. Izzy takes his moment to strike, and Zeke will be dropped. Looking to support his teammates on long, they may well have stopped Acend from going for any sort of B aggression at this point, and there's a rifle there to be retrieved inside of Hookah, but actually I better hold on to that thought because Acend are still moving up through A, and Izzy is still picking them off.
They baited out the res. It's going to be the peek in, though. More than prepared, and he misses the knives. It slipped away. It was looking so good. He's just wanted the two players. Somehow, this round keeps swinging back and forth, and they've got an aggressive position of Pora. He's so good with this Sheriff. Never missed that initial shot, and might just be able to get around the corner. He's not even going to be spammed either, so he gets to escape.
Yeah, they're trying to hunt him down, got up in front of that Sage wall, just guaranteeing now that their back is clear, but they have to work on getting this Viper out of position. They don't know exactly where he is, and in fact, he's willing to commit the ultimate and let it just die down, holding the positions to stop them from planting. And with 20 seconds left, they need to make a move. Killez now low, one hit from this Sheriff, and Pora's going to be able to take the first, possibly even the second. 13 seconds as the final shot rings out. SuperMassive. We're going to get a full execute out of this. Smoke's coming down. Orb taking good molly. Good slow. Pora's in trouble. He tries to get out of the corner, but there's nowhere to run. Seekers confirm they're all here. Good flash, but the follow-up from Bone Cold. He keeps on connecting on 2 HP. The man has survived, and the 2v2 commences. Acend still looking to get that plant in play.
Yeah, I'm surprised more didn't come from the Hunter's Fury. Like, they did a little bit of damage, but the fact is one of the players was actually stuck. Brave, though, has come through, and it's onto this man once again. CNED to try and clutch it up, but it'll be Rust to take it away. A big round from SuperMassive Blaze. Again, an investment of multiple ultimates, but at least they've got a second round on the board.
Well, that's it. They're grinding these rounds out. It's feeling very reminiscent of the previous game. Just a consistent...
Been a few few of those this game where it's like, I expect him to get those kills.
Yeah, good position to counter the A execute we'd seen before, and the wall was down, but it is in fact a beat play. Oh, the fire is down on the site. The wall bang is good. Pora fighting from inside his Viper's pit. He wants to stop them from getting onto the site. He's good for 2, but that's all he can do. The shutdown of Acend makes this a little bit more doable, though, with Zeke and Killez trying to get it done.
Yeah, they've locked down the spawn, and especially when it's Izzy trying to come through it. Like, you telling me he's going to run through the Viper's pit with an op? Like, that's a horrible spot to be in. I feel like Russ has to do everything, and he's going to take so much damage. He runs into the snakebite. Now, sure, he doesn't actually have 1 HP, but he almost has to try and find the player within this ultimate. And Russ, as said, he needs to do a lot, and that is the ult down.
That's going to be Zeke, stuck in the corner. The reveal won't quite catch him, but the fight, it gives away his position. He has to run down the clock. The operator swinging in to take him down. Zeke is trying to avoid it, jumping up and down, and it actually works. Although the shot comes in from Izzy, the time is far too low. Acend are up to 8.
He's an absolute rat.
And Acend are one of the best teams in the world at making that happen. This time, the aggression in through Hookah is finally going to come through, and Izzy's able to claim the first before going down. Turco with a huge whiff, and that could cost them massively. Hunter's Fury connecting quite a few pulses, but they've lost the sight. And again, it's going to have to be a retake with a man disadvantage.
I'm not too much of a believer in these at this stage. The Cosmic Divide has been in for an incredibly long time, but will it... Oh, okay. Starzo's just got walking across. He's been caught. It gave them something, but the rest of the players are a little bit far behind. Brave almost going in solo, and it still puts them with a disadvantage on this retake. Pora, he's been one of the shining lights for this squad so far. A second kill to give them a chance, but it's the 1 versus 1. It needs to be Russ, normally so good in these clutches, but not this time. It's Zeke with another Red Bull clutch, but who's...
There is a 3-man stack here, and a nasty close position by Starzo. He's going to flash out and confirm there's still some players there. And he's playing contact on his teammate. Oh, never mind. He's getting pushed on. Pora's already in. He's taken down 2. The third on backside goes his way as well. This was a pistol round that SuperMassive plays desperately needed if they're to have any shot of taking this map and making the massive comeback. And now they're in a 4v2 that they surely can't lose.
They'll clear Turco out. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. Only 1 man standing, and Acend will.
Now we're at 10-4. SuperMassive Blaze winning the pistol, winning the second, but now look at how seriously they're taking this round. They've got their 2 Vandals to play with. Acend win the early duel with Pora going down. The pressure being applied through middle. The spray for Zeke doesn't actually land, but the trade is quickly found. Acend maintaining their man advantage. Killez is going to give up a lot of control, and as that wolf goes in, the Tiger is returned on the other side. Brave desperately wants to get this done up close. The Spectre in play, but now he's forced into a ranged fight. Tickled up as Killez takes him down. A 3 versus 2, a 4 versus 2 in fact emerges. Acend on 8 HP yet again. The man is not having a good time when it comes to being tagged up, but it looks like they are making quick work of this low buy round.
Not overfacing, a few low players as well on the other side. I think even an extra kill here for SuperMassive Blaze would be good. If they win it, well, okay. Not sure that flash went exactly to plan. Just popped in his teammate's face.
Here they come. Here they come.
Died. Are they all going to go
They're
through
rallying
together?
through. This is going to be a team TP. They're dropping pistols in just to let them know we're on our way, buddy. There's a couple of us who want to say hi to you, and a flash comes in first. Still, though, they haven't followed through. They're waiting. A second flash perhaps being primed in a number of seconds. He's giving him a Vandal! He's giving him a Vandal! He's throwing. They're giving him 2! Hey, buddy, take our weapons. We've got nothing left. We'll come and knife you. What is this?
They 100% don't know that he has an SMG. There is no way they know he has an SMG, because they've just given him a rifle upgrade. Are they just going to leave him?
What?
So he's just going to get an upgrade? Yeah. I think as well that SuperMassive Blaze are going to be fine going into that map. I would say it's their best map. So realistically, they're going to be incredibly confident. Punk Cold. They're just fighting on the edge of these smokes, fighting around the smokes, and there's going to be a peek hit. He's just hitting every single shot. Ultimate online. He can now deny them any extra space if they try to go for this quicker push. And that's exactly what he's going to do. They've been forced out of position. The spam will get 2 from Starzo. This map is done. Russ needs to clutch out a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, nice orbital strike, pushes them out of position, they spam them up. Nothing you can do about that one. Russ wants to be sure he can reload, pops the recon into the smoke, but here's the flash, no peek after. Starzo's gonna wait and walk on through the smoke, getting himself around the edge. Oh, Russ was ready for it, but it didn't matter.
Flow down from Supermassive Blaze, trying to bait out some of those early positions. You can see the turret uses a bait and switch, and it's that right click to just take Pora's head clean off.
A nice shot to open things up. He's going to go back and re-aggress yet again, but so many players pursuing him. He needs help and doesn't have it. Cleanly shut down. Now it's time to look towards the site where CNET is quickly connecting one to Turco, making this a little bit more difficult. He's a little bit cautious of getting spammed down. Starzone, not quite feeling the same caution.
Do they expect? They don't expect it. They don't expect. They don't check. That could have been everything, but actually Zeke's only going to get one. It does give time, though, and that's the main thing that's needed at the moment for Acend. Already going to put down another grab. Well, the peak coming back in, and it's just not going well for Brave. It's bone cold to close.
Keep it a utility to be investing into. Pora dropping down the turret. It's broken from further away, allowing Bone Cold to catch them by surprise, but even while being pulled, Pora is able to take down one. Now, dealing with the turret just in time as well with 29 HP left. That could have gotten scary. These fights are never going to be ideal for Acend with the weaker weapons.
Oh. I don't know if they'll expect Russ to feel. It's a little bit of a whiff, and Killers actually finds another one off his utility on the site. This now becomes a really dangerous scenario for Supermassive Blaze. They're going to use the paranoia just to hold the remaining players back. Give them an opportunity to get a plant and stick it down, but the problem is they're re-aggressing already. The push coming through. Killers gets his third kill of the round. It's left all onto one, and CNED will close it. This was a round where they started.
Supermassive Blaze are as well. They're full committing to it. A late lurk by Pora coming in through middle as they claim the site and now look for the plant, but in comes CNED. Gonna make it at least a little bit costly. There's absolutely no way that this player steps up above. He's challenged CNED and he's received exactly what you'd expect. Another CNED just keeps on going. 3 kills with the off, a tag into another, and this is getting scary with just one down below, trapped in. Russ needs to make something happen while Pora is making the short play, lurking out, trying to find space, but CNED picks up 4, a classic to close out the round, and a 5th on the board for the defenders. I
think that's just a complete overface.
Yeah, oh, most definitely. The jump up, I didn't believe it was going to come through from Brave, but I guess he thought the birthday look was with him. Nice shot, CNED. Again, punishing, getting the trades back. He's on for a second, and now he's aggressing in. He's being revealed, though, up in the corner. The updraft, not quite getting him out of there as safely as he would have hoped. The heal just about saves him, popping him back up onto basically full HP. Good tag. Oh, it's the kill as well. Zeke doing damage, covering CNED's retreat. Shock darts are coming in. The Odin is here to play, and Supermassive Blaze yet again are looking down in the dumps.
Wherever they go, they see his face. he's almost waiting for them.
CNED A, go B. CNED B, go A.
Yeah, it's like, where do you go to escape this man? It just seems like it's not possible. And even if they do manage to take him out, there's been other players for Acend so far in this map.
Oh, they think he's still in the corner. They shock darted it. They're going back to check their flank. And what are they going to find? They're going to find CNED. But in fact, they do find him. They take him down. This is a pretty good position to play from. Zeke jump spotting. I mean, he could even be taken down if the timing is right. 1 versus 1 on the site. Good damage. Turco delivers a 3rd kill of the round, though. He's not going to have the res online, but it is a 1v1, the best chance for Supermassive Blaze so far.
Yeah, by the looks of it as well, Bone Cold is out of stars. So for utility, he's not really going to have anything. It just comes down to the straight-up gunfight, which, well, you'd probably bank on Turco most of the time, and he is getting long enough.
Great play by Pora. Yeah, from the start to the finish there. He even manages to finish off Bone Cold, not the player he was initially attempting to challenge. This is a fantastic opening. They're going to use that Killjoy lockdown to try and get in towards the site, but they're being pushed on. Oh no, still winning the duels as they go, but Killez up on behind, able to come out of there with 2. The lockdown will still come into effect, but it gives them a man disadvantage as they come back in. Starzo even has a res to play with. Now, there's no one really readily available to pop a res on. He's already used his wall, so up in heaven, he can't get that player back online. The res is out of the round. This is where Supermassive Blaze need to turn up.
Your duty is not
he's actually res.
Oh, actually both players all within a second. Pora, he's going to find himself a 4th. And it's left on to Izzy. As said, it's been a little bit rough for him so far, but this time he will land the shot.
Now here's where they're going to try to get something done. This is the one round where you see Zeke playing very, very passive. He actually could have spammed that ult down from it being placed up on top of the box, but obviously he's conscious that they could put it behind it, and then that's not going to happen. So, they're going to have a big retake play from Acend, but they also have a lockdown to play with, Tom.
Yeah, one of their own. It still seems like maybe a little bit of confusion as the position's currently being taken. The wall boost for Turco might not necessarily be expected, but the afterplant's looking stellar. Again, you've got Pora waiting on the lurk. Acend already going to be dropped, and now we see the Cosmic Divide thrown in to try and separate these players. But if anything, they've just given a safe spot to Turco to just sit behind them. It is not going well at all for Acend in this round, and the afterplant looking incredible.
Yeah, Starzo's trapped, not a chance of getting out of there. Very solid round from Supermassive Blaze. It's absolutely everything they could hope for, and those stars actually give the cover to avoid being spotted. Oh, 2 players were spotted! They know! Underneath! And they're going to try to spam them into the open, not looking for the kill. They're trying to open space for Izzy to get frags with the op. The Hunter's Fury wasn't supposed to kill, just to reposition, but both shots miss. Izzy then pops the ultimate, moves towards the site, but he's pushed back right into the hands of Starzo, waiting for him. The kills are going their way, though. Supermassive Blaze here to fight and here to win with 50 seconds on the clock. They still need to deal with Starzo, and he's bringing this back into the realm of possibility for Acend. The timing so poor, and he just about gets taken down.
Turco as well is already watching this flank. It was everything for Zeke to get that kill, but they had him sandwiched in, and now the only one remaining is Acend to try and face off. Well, I was going to say versus 4, but it's now down to 3, and Turco
will double up on the kills. Let's see what they can do. Supermassive Blaze getting aggressive, but Acend's here to play. The dash didn't quite go according to plan, but the kills certainly did. They don't expect it. And Russ is able to take down 2. That makes it doable. Bone Cold on 20 HP, but a big clutch from Turco. This guy has been insane so far, Tom. This might be too much to ask, though.
Yeah, especially with the thing is, this is a position that Turco also used in the last half. So if he gets fooled by his own tactic, I might be a little bit disappointed. The fact is that I don't know if it's actually going to be Starzo that does anything here, because there are players holding the crossbow. Cole going to be watching and will spot out his position. No, he's not coming in from behind. And now it just leaves this disgusting crossfire, even going to pull in a star and a turret to try and leave him out. And although he does check, he was aware. And are ones that are able to play incredibly well around their own utility and find a lot of impact and frags from it. So the fact that, yeah, Joyce is meant to be more of that supportive agent, I don't even feel like it flies when you're playing Astra so much.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Now look at this. Opening kill has come through with Pora falling. Pora, another player who's been so pivotal. I've seen it, wasn't sure if there was a little gap there. Now, going to be looking for some picks, operator in hand, but Brave is falling down on shore. With him out, the side is completely theirs. Acend will be able to get a nice and easy plant and hold on to a 5 versus 3. And yeah, I'm with you, Tom. This looks like a textbook save from Supermassive Blaze. Looking at this scenario, they are starting to hit that W key a little bit.
Yeah, they legitimately have nothing to get them back into the round. Drone already utilized. Sure, they could try and scan a player or two and maybe find them through the wall, but other than that, you're just going to be throwing weaponry into the wind. And on the other side of things, like, yeah, sure, a fair bit of the utility's already been deployed as well, but I don't think you're going to break this after plant. And for Supermassive Blaze, you just want to keep the economy strong. Make sure you can come back into the next round. Maybe get an operator for Izzy. He's someone on this map in particular is incredibly good at taking map control away from opponents on the defense, so I want to see that come into play at some point.
I like that. Yeah, there we go. It's a small thing, but I just heard the players back into the previous map.
Oh,
well,
I don't think that was a pause. They've gone straight into the round.
Oh, good.
We'll just see what happens in this one. Already looking a little bit better for Supermassive Blaze. Maybe they didn't need the pause after all.
Yeah, they didn't need the tactics. It looks like they're looking pretty clean in the 4 versus 2. Acend and Zeke trying to pull it back. Operator on Acend hopes to find a victim. Gonna bait them out with the shot. Oh, he's seeing nothing right now. It's a pretty tough one. You know, obviously when you're on the attack for Acend right now, losing this round isn't going to be the end of the world. They've built up quite a hefty bank. But Supermassive Blaze really needs to win this in a relatively clean fashion, and they have so far. And then they, okay, that's a trade. That's good. Got that that kill so quickly onto Zeke. My god. Another CNED clutch needed, and although he's reliable when it comes to the EMEA region for aggressive, the turret hasn't spotted him up close. That's a nasty angle, and one that almost definitely won't be expected. These players are worried about the guy in main, but now they've spotted him. The dash used up by CNED, burned up in the early stages. They've got the kill, and they're going to continue hunting him down. At least for a moment they were. The man advantage. They called a tactical timeout just before this Acend, letting Supermassive Blaze sit in it, and now they'll run the clock down and do much of the same.
Yeah, is he actually on a bulldog? That's not something I ever would think of with that man, at least. Like the Marshal in the previous round, able to do quite a bit. We'll see if he can have the same success. Again, though, it's looking fairly all in from Acend.
Yeah.
All waiting outside.
It's the right call.
3 players on this site. If they can trade effectively, sure, it's going to go great, but they need to shut this man down early, and that's exactly what they do.
Great kill onto Izzy, now tucked in the corner. It's even expected. They were pre-firing and spraying away. Pora, the last man alive, and they'll bring Zeke right back into the round, bought back by the res. This is an almost unwinnable clutch. In fact, Pora's got the worst weapon of them all. We saw a weapon here or there, some Spectres, but this man only has the Sheriff. Sure. He can do a lot with it, but in a 1v4, the pack mentality of Acend, there's so much to deal with here, and yeah, the turret is going to be problem number 1.